while the sun is heating up outside, Maria's making us melt in here over her delicious Michigan-inspired twist on a cheesy favorite. And let me tell you something, this is going to be good, everybody. Allie, Kim, and Orly know how good it's going to be. That's why they're at the counter right now. Maria, this is an absolute bar favorite. Beer cheese dip, and like I mentioned, it's inspired by your home state of Michigan.
I am a very tried and true, proud Michigander,
yes,
just like
are.
our lovely Kim Douglas.
Oh, we've got two of them here.
Michiganders right here. Oh my gosh, right there, there. Where am I? Right here. And so, yeah, this recipe, I'm so excited to share this with you guys because this recipe is a favorite in Michigan. So unique craft beers and incredible food are basically a staple in Grand Rapids, Michigan. It's even known as Beer City. Last month was the official beer month of Grand Rapids, where area restaurants and breweries paired their cool brews with their hot eats. But really, you can explore many of the local breweries all year long.
You had me at Beer City.
Right?
I'm just saying, you know what I mean?
Look,
like
when
Beer
can I
City.
book my ticket?
Yeah, that's
I mean,
it's fantastic. Isn't it? I had a great day. Okay, you mentioned hot eats. Speaking of those, let's get started. Beer cheese, everybody. Here we go.
Beer cheese is truly just that. Cheese and beer. It's something that's unexpected and truly spectacular.
Okay.
So the base of this is cream cheese, and I have it softened right here, so you can just set this out, you know, about an hour before you want to make it, because see, this is what you want it to look like.
Beautiful.
If you do not have it soft, then everything doesn't mix as well as you would like.
Very good. You want me to do that?
Yes,
I feel like I'll either mix or I'll pour in the bowl.
Please pour. This is smoked Gouda. If you have not tried smoked Gouda, I highly recommend it because it adds such a nice depth of flavor, just nice and smoky. And Cameron.
Yes.
This is
Keep 'em coming.
Keep them coming. This is red bell pepper. Cut it really small like this. They're nice little like jewels of sweetness. I love the little flavor of that's in there.
I'll let you kind of get that out. We got some mustard in here, obviously.
So I have some grainy mustard, and the grainy mustard adds that nice little pop of acidity that I just love. So see, you can. What we're doing here is building flavors, which I love so much, especially when you're doing a dip.
Yeah, and you mentioned the grainy mustard. I love the fact that you got the sort of the seed in because it gives that little texture, that little kind of crunch when you're biting, right? I like that.
I like that too.
And what do we get?
Adding some garlic because I am a good Italian girl.
Shocker.
And all recipes should have garlic in them. And so just some nice fresh garlic and Italian seasoning.
Okay.
And just mix it all. See how simple this is?
This next one surprised me. I'm not going to lie to you, Maria. I didn't see this one coming.
So some spinach.
Just right in there?
Yeah, you can. And sometimes you can go break it up a little bit as well if you wanted to. But this is all going to cook down in the oven as well. So this is spinach.
So you can break it up if you want, but you can also leave it like that.
Exactly.
It just gives it some texture. It's really great.
It does. And you know, the spinach itself adds a really nice herbaceous flavor too, and it balances everything else out.
Now, I realize that the sort of the ooey gooey texture of this dip comes from the beer itself. Now, but what I wonder is does the flavor kind of change depending on whether you go with a light or a dark beer?
So yes, beer, I believe, crazy enough, you guys, I don't think enough people cook with beer. Beer is very similar to wine in the sense that there's such an art that goes into it. So Cameron, to answer your question, yeah, perfect. The lighter the beer, the lighter the flavor, and the darker the beer, the more like deep, rich, robust flavor. So since we're in the warmer seasons, I'm using a lighter beer. So I'm using one that's like this Centennial IPA, and because it's going to add a nice, sweet, sort of tangy flavor. And of course, for an extra authentic Michigan flavor, this beer in particular is from the Founders Brewing Company. So craft breweries like this really create a unique beer scene because they not only elevate the craft beverage landscape, but also the food scene, which is why we are doing this amazing beer cheese to showcase how wonderful beer is with food.
It's such a crowd pleaser, and like you say, I am not that familiar with using beer to cook with as I am, say, wine. So this is great that you're pointing this out. What a great option.
Yes, and you can definitely use this in a number of different recipes similar to that because it really is such a craft to it. Cameron, here's your job. Do some heavy lifting.
Yeah, that's good. I promise you I can help out with that.
I love craft beer. I mean, the flavors are just so beautiful. I mean, people work really hard. I can just imagine the amount of work that goes into making each beer.
Yeah, precisely. And so what's really fun about the local places like the Founders Brewing Company is they have all sorts of tours that visitors can take to see how craft beer is made and how it pairs with different food. Isn't that incredible?
I love it.
In fact, if you're really in for an adventure, you can actually get one of these. These are called, it's a Brew Seder passport, and you can take this with you to help you document your journey through the Grand Rapids beer scene, and you can gather different stamps at different locations and actually win a shirt for visiting 8 places. And I'm telling you, I'm going to Michigan in August. This is at the top of my list. I'm so excited.
That's when you know they're serious about their beer.
I am.
When they endorse in the book and the whole deal.
It reminds me of like an adult scavenger hunt.
Yes.
I want to go with all my friends and do that.